What's up, America? I've got a 2006 Nissan Altima behind me that needs a headlight. That's my wife's car, and we're not going to take it to the shop. We're going to do it right here in my garage, and you're going to help me do it. So stand by. Okay, for this project, we're going to need a flathead screwdriver, 3/8 drive with a 10mm deep socket. You're going to have to go get your own bulb. And no, that's not a bed pin on the right. That's for you butterfingers that lose things underneath your car. So let's get going.
Okay, to change out the headlight bulb on the driver's side, there's no easy access to replacing the light bulb. Let me come around the car here, and if you can look down in there where that X is, that's where the light bulb is located, and we have to get to that part that has the X on it in order to remove the bulb and replace it with a new one. Okay, so as you see in front of you, you see the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are button clamps which hold the air intake box onto the frame of the car. And so what we're going to have to do is remove those button clamps out of their positions in order to lift the air intake box out of the engine compartment. Okay, so what we're going to start with is the number 1 button clamp. Get your flathead screwdriver. We're going to come down here and kind of lift up on the button just a little bit, nice and even. Make sure it's pulled up all around all the sides there. I'm going to set my screwdriver down here, and that way I can go in there and reach this up. Give it a little twist. This is the button clamp, and the way it works is when you assemble the air intake back to the frame, you're going to pop this button down in that hole, and once you do that, you're going to push that clamp in. When that clamp is flattened out like that, pushed in, as you can see where my finger is, that flares out and that locks this button clamp into position in the hole. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out 2, 3, and 4 out of their positions since they've been unlocked with a screwdriver. So we'll just grab that one, pull it out. We'll come over here, pull this one out, and we'll come over here and pull that one out and set them aside. Okay, now the air intake box has been released from the frame. This connects into the air filter box, which is over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and gently lift it and work it up and pull it out of the way. So that is free and clear. There's air box set up here. Like I said, it has the air intake box, connects to the air filter box, and once we remove that, that's going to give us more access to get down to that headlight bulb. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out 2, 3, and 4 out of their positions since they've been unlocked with a screwdriver. So we'll just grab that one, pull it out. We'll come over here, pull this one out, and we'll come over here and pull that one out and set them aside. Okay, now the air intake box has been released from the frame. This connects into the air filter box, which is over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this and gently lift it and work it up and pull it out of the way. So that is free and clear. There's air box set up here. Like I said, it has the air intake box, connects to the air filter box, and once we remove that, that's going to give us more access to get down to that headlight bulb. Okay, we're going to go ahead, and there's just one bolt holding down the air filter box cover. We're going to go in here with a 10mm, like so, and we're just going to go ahead and turn that until it comes loose. Pull that out of there like that. I think we can go ahead and unscrew it with our fingers. And just a couple turns, and that 10mm screw will come right on out of there. We'll go ahead and move our wrench out of the way. Okay, so with that said, I think the next thing we want to do is we're going to loosen up the clamp that holds the air filter box cover that heads over to the fuel injection here. So what we want to do, we'll go ahead and just stick our screwdriver in there, a couple turns, loosen that up a little bit, grab it, see if it's loose. Yes, it is. Okay, now we're going to come back over here and we're going to break loose the clips that hold the air filter box cover on the air box. There's another one right there like that. We're going to grab this, kind of shake it a little bit. We're going to pull it back off of the air filter box. You can see the air filters there. Now the other trick is here, there's really no need to unplug that sensor there. The only thing we have to really do is just kind of pull that air filter box cover, pull it back out of the hose. There's enough wiring that you can just flip that right upside down, just like that on the engine, and that'll get that out of the way. Next thing we want to do is we're going to go ahead and pull that air filter out of the way. And as you can see, there's the air filter box, as so. Okay, so we pulled the bolt out. We've disconnected the intake clamp over there. We are now looking into the air intake box. And what holds the air intake box in is there's two grommets underneath the air filter box. So what you want to do is you want to firmly grab, put your hand in the air box right there, and you're just going to kind of lift, move it around a little bit, and there's two grommets underneath this thing that hold it in place. Go ahead and grab the front, grab the rear, and that is ready to come out of there. And we can go ahead and set that right there on top of the engine. Okay, so here we go. Since we have room now, we can get down into where the light bulb is. As I told you earlier, I put an X on the housing that holds the light bulb. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to put my hand in here, and we're going to turn this thing counterclockwise because it locks in place and holds the bulb. This is a bulb cover. It holds it to where it keeps it clean. So we'll go ahead and just give that a turn there counterclockwise. It has a rubber seal in there to keep moisture out. So if you kind of position your hand and put your thumb on one of those fins and turn it to where you hear it pop like that. I'm going to try to keep my camera in position here. Gently pull back on the cover, and you're going to see two wires. One wire is red, and that connects into the bulb itself. And then you're going to have a ground wire, a black one. That black wire is connected to a ground plate, which fits over the bulb when it's in position and holds onto those clips for really good and tight, so they don't come loose when you're running with your headlights. So what I want to do is I want to pull that red one off. There's the red one. It comes right off of the tip right there of the bulb. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to ground the ground, nice and gentle. Squeeze it back and forth. He'll come. All right, there we go. And we'll just go ahead and move that out of the way there. Okay, now down inside, you can see there's a wire clip here. You're going to push against it and move it to your left. And what it does, it is hooked underneath a little piece of metal down here, and it holds that bulb in place. So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to gently pull the bulb back with the ground plate. Now if you can see me jiggling that little piece right there, that's the ground plate that the black wire will connect to. We're going to go ahead and pull this bulb out nice and gentle. You bring it up here. You can see how small it is. It's very little bulb. I'm going to just bring it over here, set it on the filter so you can take a look at it, and also you can see that ground plate right there. So you can see how that is there. The ground plate goes over the back of the bulb here, and then you come in behind it when you rehook it up with the ground wire. It goes to this part right here, and then the red wire will connect into the back of the bulb just like that. Okay, so we're going to come down inside here. Here's the light bulb with the ground bracket on the back side here, and we're going to go in. I'm going to lift the retaining wire, the lock wire. I'm going to feed that bulb straight in there like so. Hold the ground plate with my thumb. I'm going to switch hands here and hold that ground plate up against the bulb. I'm going to bring down the lock wire till it makes contact with the plate. I'm going to go around the back side of that hook with the wire, and I'm going to lock it in right here. So here's your lock wire right here. It's in place. The bulb is secure. It's in place. I'm now going to hook the red wire up to the light bulb on the back. So I'll go ahead and push that on like so, nice and tight. I'm now going to put the ground wire to the ground plate connection like there. Go ahead and push that up against there. So as you can see, the red wire is connected to the back of the bulb. The black wire is connected to the ground plate on the back side there. So now I'm ready to lock in the light bulb compartment. So we're just going to go ahead and move this around here till it gets the lugs lined up inside the cap there. You can see the X is still on the cover. I'm now going to turn it clockwise. We're going to lock it in there nice and tight.
All right, crybabies, just put it back together the way I showed you. You can do it. Make me proud. Till next time. So long. Great job.